Welcome to Ventichic, the place where aspiring billionaires seek inspiration. Breaking news alert: Rolex has just made a mind-boggling move that's left everyone astonished. In a stunning turn of events, Rolex, the renowned watch giant, has revealed its acquisition of Bucherer. This bombshell announcement is causing ripples of speculation throughout the industry. To recap the situation, Rolex has officially taken over Bucherer, a heavyweight in the world of authorized watch dealers. Bucherer, which has had a century-long partnership with Rolex, is also known for its recent purchase of Torno, a name that resonates with many in the United States, for a whopping $350 million. This latest acquisition is a strategic part of Rolex's ongoing expansion efforts. Out of the 100 Bucherer locations, a majority will now transform into Rolex authorized dealers, solidifying Rolex's presence. Meanwhile, the remaining locations will proudly carry Tudor, another brand under the Rolex umbrella. Given Rolex's private nature, we might not get the full scoop on the specifics, but one thing's crystal clear. This strategic bombshell caught almost everyone off guard, including me. It's a move that's set to send shockwaves through the industry, with financial impacts likely soaring into the billions. Now, let's delve into why Rolex pulled the trigger on this unexpected acquisition. In my view, three key factors come into play. To start, this acquisition hands Rolex a tighter grip on its global sales outlets. Rolex currently boasts over twice the number of sales outlets compared to Bucherer, leaving ample room for further expansion. However, the real game changer here is the potential to turn these outlets into high-end boutique-style destinations, with many brands adopting this boutique approach to strengthen their connection with customers. Having control over these sales points becomes indispensable. It's worth noting that Rolex, in contrast to many brands with a substantial online presence, sees this as a pivotal leap forward. Another vital aspect is Rolex's newfound sway over Bucherer, a major player in the retail space for various watch brands, even some of Rolex's rivals. Rolex, which already commands a significant chunk of the Swiss watch market, contributing roughly 1/3 of the entire turnover, likely weighed this when eyeing Bucherer. It's probable that a substantial chunk of Bucherer's revenue streams from Rolex sales. With Rolex tightening its grip, other brands dependent on this sales channel will likely need to rethink their game plans. In a nutshell, this acquisition stands as a major milestone in the watch industry, driven by Rolex's multifaceted motives. It hands Rolex more control over its sales avenues and puts the heat on other brands that relied on this channel. The consequences of this strategic move are set to reshape the industry landscape. To put it bluntly, Rolex now holds the reins to a source many other brands used to quench their thirst for sales. Bucherer is a heavyweight player in the world of brands like Patek Philippe, Swatch Group's Omega, Richemont brands, LVMH, Breitling, and more. So you can expect some major shakeups on the horizon. In addition to just having a presence in these sales outlets, this move is poised to help Rolex further cement its standing within them. If you've ever stepped into a retail location, you'll likely notice something on the back wall that represents the brand. It's called a shop-in-shop, essentially a store within a store. Brands are constantly vying for space here, battling over how much of that back wall is dedicated to them. They're also concerned about securing prime window spots and their proximity to other brands. Some brands prefer certain neighbors over others, and all of this jockeying is aimed at boosting their image. So it's safe to say that both Rolex and Tudor stand to gain significantly from this strategic move. It's only natural for Rolex to aim for prime real estate within these store environments for themselves, rather than sharing with competitors. After all, it's all about strengthening their brand presence. Now, moving forward, I have three predictions and questions in mind. The first question that looms large is how other major retailers will respond, especially Watches of Switzerland, a key player alongside Bucherer and one of the world's largest authorized Rolex dealers. As a publicly traded UK company, their moves will be closely scrutinized. Germany's Wempe is another contender in this high-stakes game. There's no doubt that this development will stir up intense competition among these giants. But what's crystal clear is that if you're in a market with an existing Bucherer location, you might not enjoy the same level of access to Rolex models as they do. This poses a significant challenge for brands like Watches of Switzerland and Wempe, not to mention major regional dealers. Smaller markets might not feel the heat as much because Rolex may not see as much value in creating exclusive boutiques there. However, in major A-tier markets, expect the competition to intensify, with holding a tighter grip on Rolex model allocations. Another noteworthy development to anticipate is Rolex, in partnership with Bucherer, ramping up their presence in existing stores and accelerating their expansion into new markets. While Rolex certainly has the capability to do this independently, having a retail partner like Bucherer with expertise in scaling operations will likely expedite the process considerably. Certainly, let's delve deeper into this final aspect of the equation. How will competing watch brands react to this seismic industry development? It's reasonable to assume they'll embark on a concerted effort to reinforce their relationships with various retailers. Specifically, in major markets, they may be inclined to secure positions within an expanded network of boutiques. This strategic move would potentially reduce their dependency on major retail players and allow them to identify and nurture key partnerships independently of Bucherer. Now, place yourself in the shoes of Rolex's competitors. They can't be too thrilled about Rolex abstaining from direct ownership of one of their prime retail outlets. As for the average consumer, immediate changes might not be readily apparent. However, in those high-priority A-tier markets, we could witness a redistribution of Rolex timepieces, with a greater share allocated to Bucherer and potentially fewer available at other retail locations. Nevertheless, we're navigating uncharted waters here, as Rolex maintains an enigmatic veil over its business practices. So, we'll be in a state of anticipation, eagerly waiting the unfolding of these complex dynamics. No doubt about it, this industry bombshell has left everyone reeling. What are your thoughts on this surprising move? Feel free to share your comments below. And that's a wrap for today's discussion here at Ventichic. We appreciate you joining us. Don't forget to show your support by liking and commenting on this video. Plus, be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay in the loop and never miss out on our latest updates. See you in our next video.